A mom of twins left them a heartbreaking message from beyond the grave after losing her battle with cancer, telling her husband, "You have no idea how much I will miss you." Jenny Thurlaway reminded her 9-year-old twins Molly and Jack what a wonderful place our world can be and thanked husband Scott, who she cared for through his own cancer battle, for being at my side, teaching me lessons in patience, being humble and dignity. Jenny died on Tuesday aged just 46, just over a year after being diagnosed with incurable bowel cancer. In a post published the day after she died, she left a tear-jerking message to her 3,000 followers, urging them to do something kind in her memory and for the ladies to wear red lipstick, reports Chronicle Live. The caring mom also told family and friends to get yourself into a bar and order yourself an amaretto sour and toast love, kindness, friendship and fun. In her heart-wrenching message, Jenny said she would miss husband Scott, 44, but said she knew with 100% of my heart, mind, and soul that our children are in the safest hands with you as their dad. Jenny wrote her last message at 11:45 am on Tuesday, shortly before she died, and left instruction for them to be posted to her blog called Elvis May Have Left the Building, but Jenny is in no hurry to leave the block after she was gone. Hundreds of people have since left their messages of support and condolence on the post, which was accompanied by a picture of Jenny grinning and holding up a bottle of bubbly. Jenny, who gave birth to twins Molly and Jack after IVF and a high-risk pregnancy, was given around a year to live in May 2017 after suffering bowel cancer symptoms in February that year. Cruelly, the couple found out about Jenny's cancer as Scott was told he was going into remission. But, even in the most sorrow of circumstances, she was determined to bring a smile to her followers' faces. In her final message she wrote, "So my lovely family, if you are reading this post then it means I've left the block and that journey we started over a year ago has changed direction. Some things to say. Thank you for coming on this journey with me, you have all made a difference to it in one way or another and I'm very grateful for that. Your words of encouragement, support, love and kindness, never mind all the acts of these, have shown me, but more importantly Molly and Jack, what a wonderful place our world can be. Scott, my incredible other half, thank you for being at my side, teaching me lessons in patience, being humble and dignity. You have no idea how much I will miss you. I know with 100% of my heart, mind, and soul that our children are in the safest hands with you as their dad." She then thanks her parents and friends and, along with a picture of herself smiling to camera holding an expensive bottle of crystal champagne, she added, "So I've 3 things to ask, today. 1. Go out and do a random act of kindness for someone. Just pick a stranger and do something kind. 2. For all you ladies out there, red lippy is a must for the day. 3. Last but not least, get yourself into a bar and order yourself an amaretto sour and toast love, kindness, friendship and fun. Thank you my friends for an incredible journey. Lots of love." Inspirational Jenny set out to share her experience with others after setting up her blog to talk about her day-to-day antics after being given 12 months to live. And she was determined to make happy memories for husband Scott and twins Jack and Molly so they can look back and think of her as fun. Last year she said, "My life has been one thing after another and you can't change that, but I'm sure there are worse people off than me. I've had a great life, I've always done what I've had to do and I've always had good fun. If I can bring up the children to be kind, laugh and have fun, then that will shape their future. It will determine how they look on death as they grow up when I'm not here." Jenny of Wallsend, North Tyneside, won the Chronicle's Mom of Year competition in 2012 after she spent the last 11 years of her life fighting to keep her family's spirits high after a string of tragedies. Following the stress of IVF and a high-risk pregnancy, Jack and Molly were born prematurely at 34 weeks in 2008. Jack was whisked off to the special care unit in Newcastle's Royal Victoria Infirmary with breathing problems. However, when Jack recovered, at 4 days old, twin Molly started fitting and doctors discovered she had meningitis. She was admitted to neonatal intensive care, ventilated, and Jenny and Scott prepared for the worst, and the days that followed were heartbreaking. Somehow she defied all medical odds and fought her way through, but as a result of the infection, Molly has cerebral palsy, epilepsy and autism. Once Molly was discharged back home from hospital, Jenny and Scott hoped life would give them a break and have some normality and time to enjoy their babies. But just weeks after they were reunited, Scott, who had been facing health problems himself throughout Jenny's pregnancy, was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma. It was devastating news and the future was uncertain. But over the past 9 years and several relapses, numerous cycles of chemotherapy and radiotherapy, as well as 2 bone marrow transplants, he is now in remission. They breathed a sigh of relief and Scott returned to work as a design engineer. But then in March last year, medics delivered the devastating blow that Jenny was the one now living on borrowed time. She previously said, just after Christmas, 2016, I noticed that after having drinks with friends, I would have a sore stomach and diarrhea the next day. Then, at the end of February, I had stomach pain. It was worse than being in labor. Still, I thought it was something like a burst cyst. My life has been one thing after another and you can't change that, but I'm sure there are worse people off than me. When I was diagnosed I said I knew our luck would run out soon, said Jenny at the time. We are really lucky, Molly could be more disabled than she is and Scott could be dead. The children have spent the first years of their lives at home with Mom and Dad. That's lucky. I will try and be here for as long as I can. I will be planning my funeral. I like having the last word and I want to be in charge of that, added former midwife Jenny, who worked with best pal and cousin-in-law Lindsay Thurlaway at Bump, Baby and Beyond at venues in Wiggsforth, Newcastle. Jenny died on Tuesday, July 17, at St. Oswald's Hospice in Wiggsforth, Newcastle. The date for her funeral at Tynemouth Crematorium is yet to be arranged.